And helping in the wake of the hurricanes, the Cajun Navy answered the call after Harvey brought devastating floods to Houston. And now the Good Samaritan-led relief group is in Florida to aid in the aftermath of Irma. Let's bring in Cajun Navy member and Crowd Relief founder Rob Gaudet, along with former Florida Director of Field Operations for the Trump campaign, Ken Mayo. Ken, you're on the ground in Florida. What are the conditions right now, and where are you exactly?
Well, actually, you mentioned people waking up in the dark, and that's what I did. I've not been able myself to get out very far and wide to see what's going on, but what I'm hearing from people on the ground that we're working with, certain areas actually missed the bullet. And in fact, I live in the Tampa area. I'm about 30 miles northeast. All day long, all night, it was coming right at us. And then an hour or two before, I guess, that it decided to make a little bit of a turn. But I'll tell you, for anyone caught up in this, I just want to let them know our thoughts, our prayers are going out to everyone. We often hear people say how they wish, they could do something. And in fact, I was saying that very thing when our brothers and sisters over in Texas were getting slammed. Well, I couldn't go there, but it looks like it brought it here. But what we saw happening there was citizens doing everything they could to help through groups like the Cajun Relief Foundation, who Rob has founded, and Crowd Relief, the Cajun Navy groups, ex-military groups. It's a remarkable show to me of care, concern, community. So what we've done here, I've communicated with Rob, and what we've done is I've reached out across the state of Florida to the network we had in place for the president's campaign. We had 67 counties organized at that time. I've reached out. Many of them have stepped up to the plate. Many of them I can't get to for whatever reason. Communications are down. But the people have really done everything that they can. Rob has been outstanding, him and his group, in helping us set up a network for communication. Go ahead.
Ken, let me ask Rob about that. You're taking the idea behind that Cajun Navy to the next level, Rob, with this crowd-based rescue system. Tell us more about how Crowd Relief actually works.
Crowd Relief takes the Cajun Navy model, and it really can be done anywhere. And so we've taken the technology, and when Ken called us, we thought it would be a great opportunity to put it in place and give the boaters and the rescue people and the folks there who wanted to help some tools that would let them get engaged using what we call the Cajun Navy model, or the term that we use at Crowd Relief is citizen-led relief. And the idea is that technology works hand in hand with citizens to provide on-the-ground information, provide forward-thinking info about where relief needs to be brought, and enable citizens to help themselves.
Well, Ken, I know that you've seen a lot of reports of people who have tried to get back to their homes, say down in the Keys, and because so many of the bridges are still out, I think only 6 of the 42 bridges down into across that archipelago were open as of last night. And even with relation to getting back to Miami Beach, the power there in many buildings in South Beach never even went out, but people still can't get back to their homes, and they left pets behind. That actually becomes a problem.
It does, and we have had this discussion a number of times now with certain people. The problem is the people we're having the discussion with aren't down in that area, and what we're learning is they have stopped people from coming in. So we're trying to figure out through the efforts of the Cajun Navy groups is how can they get there, especially somewhere like Key West. It's not easy to take a pontoon boat down to Key West. So we're 2 days into this. Actually, this is day 2, and we're still trying to organize, assess where people need help, how we can get it there. In fact, I was so thrilled last night to connect with an individual that's been on the ground in Texas. They've got cargo planes. They've got trucks on their way over right now full of supplies. We've got people in the Panhandle working with warfighter groups. That's their name. They're ex-military who are on the ground already, I might add, in Orlando, Tampa, ready to hit the ground running.
Rob, real quick, in terms of Crowd Relief, How can people act ahead of weather events in the future, not necessarily along the coastline in the U.S., but again, we watch year after year the people in the Midwest dealing with horrible storms, thunderstorms, and tornadoes. What do you want to send the message? What message do you want to send to the American people before we go?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we had time to prepare for this particular storm. We watched it. We gathered people online. We've done it. This is the third disaster in a year that we've had a chance to look at how technology can let people get involved. I would definitely recommend reaching out to us if you're citizens and you want to get engaged. You can definitely reach out to us. The Crowd Relief platform is looking at the end-to-end of disasters. Right. For us, this is just the beginning for each of these disasters, and technology plays a role all the way to the return to whole of your community. So we're looking at how to enable citizens to be involved in every step of the process, really at the front end where there's a disaster. Right. That's difficult, and it sets the stage for the rest of the relief, though, which can take years and requires a different mindset than the rescues do. Well said, Rob. Rob Gaudet, thank you so much for being here. As always, Ken Mayo, be safe. Keep us posted, Ken, on how things develop in Florida. Thank you both, gentlemen.
You need any help from people around, let me know.
Thank you so much, Ken.